So there's been a lot of speculation. I've gotten a few messages. I know you guys, or some of you are wondering if TJ and I are still together, and I'm here to answer that. Yeah, I would do anything for you. Girl, I adore ya. Yeah, I would do anything for you. What's up, T and K every day? As you can see, there's no T, so it'll just be me today. I want to go over some things that I've been getting a lot of questions about, some messages. I know that we've gotten like some comments on our T and K page too, basically wondering what's going on. I know that like we've been pretty private about it, so I'm assuming that people are questioning our relationship because I deleted TJ off of Facebook and made all of my accounts private. So I know that there's been a little bit of, I guess, I don't know what you would call those, like clues, if you will. I think it's kind of crazy, you know, that we as humans love to like watch people's demise. Like, that's just so strange to me, you know? I personally don't watch anybody in hopes that they like fall or they're not successful or like whatever, you know? I may have my opinions about certain things or people, but like, I don't know, I just never go out of my way to like watch somebody because I want to see them fail. Like, that's just so strange to me, you know? Like, I guess like in my eyes, I'm like, if you're not like a fan of us, or like you claim to not like us, or like whatever, then like why are you here, you know? So it's just a little strange, but whatever. I know that a lot of our true supporters and people that really do like care about us want to know what's going on. So I'm here for you guys. And TJ and I have, you know, since we started this channel, just promised to be really authentic and honest about what's going on. And the honest truth is that, you know, things aren't perfect. And I'm sure, as many of you know, like relationships just aren't perfect. Like, we argue occasionally, but you know, for the most part, TJ and I actually do have a really healthy relationship. We can communicate really openly, and we have a really great friendship, and we've just established a really good foundation when it comes to him and I. So I know that everybody's like waiting, like, girl, just tell us if you guys broke up or not. I'm gonna get to that. I do want it to be known that my social media's closing down and being private has nothing to do with TJ. Me deleting him off Facebook does have to do with it, and I will tell that as well. But I just want to be really clear in the fact that like my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook are now super locked down and private. Not anything to do with TJ. It has everything to do with an open case that I have, and the detective coming to me and being like, I need you to shut this shit down because of X, Y, and Z. I can't get too much into that, but I'll just say that, yeah, it was suggested to me to keep all of my shit on private for a little bit, just until it's all over. So that's what I'm doing, and it has nothing to do with TJ. So, moving on, why you guys are here. The real juice. TJ and I did break up. And yeah, you heard that correctly. We did break up. I want to say this. We are very much so in love. I am not going to say anything negative about him. This platform is open for both of us. So if he chooses to drop a video, then that's what he's gonna do. And we're gonna keep T&K open. If for nothing, you know, I'm gonna continue this page as my own page, and we'll just see what the future holds. So don't unsubscribe. There's still more coming. And you know, TJ did tell me he has intentions of putting out his own video to just kind of explain his side of the story and give you, you know, his thoughts on what happened between us. So I think that's fair. I'm not going to get into like this super detailed, because I personally, you know, I mean, not just me, we personally believe in keeping our weaknesses in our relationship private, because there are people out there that, you know, don't like us and could potentially try to use these things against us, as they already have tried. So, well, they haven't tried to use these things because they don't know, but you know, they've tried to use things that they think are weaknesses. So that tells us that in order to keep us strong, we can't give too much. And it's really sad, because like we want to, you know, like we want to be here and we want to tell you guys everything. And it sucks that like there's people out there that forget that like no relationship is perfect, and that no matter how great it looks online, like, you know, everybody goes through their struggles, and that's like a real thing. So, you know, you have all these people out here that are judging our relationship, but that probably, and not even probably, they do have their own issues in their own relationship, because no relationship is perfect. I would have to say that if I could tell you what a perfect relationship would be, it would be damn near me and TJ. He and I, just like anybody else, struggle with certain things like pride and temper and things like that. TJ is super calm and super passive, and he takes a little bit longer to react on things than I do, you know? So, like, he doesn't always tell me what's bothering him right away. And so for him, you know, that's healthy for him, because he needs to sit on that information. He needs to marinate on it so that he knows how to properly come to me and say, hey, you know, this is bothering me. And that's just the way that he works. So I tend to be a little different, and I'm more reactionary. So when something, and I'm getting better about this, you guys, through therapy and stuff, like I have learned like to just let things go and to not even give them my attention or energy. But obviously this is TJ we're talking about, and so he gets a lot of my energy and a lot of my attention. And so when he maybe says or does something that I take personally, instead of me then sitting on it and trying to dissect it to understand what he means, I take things personally. I take things personally. I get upset, and you know, my mouthpiece, man, she's not nice sometimes. Another thing that I'm working on, you know, it's funny because before this relationship, I really like kind of prided myself on being the B word, right? Like, I'm that, and you know, I stand up for myself and I'm outspoken, and I was really proud of those things. And I am proud that I, you know, will stick up for myself. I am proud that like I'm outspoken, but there's also another piece to that like you have to be able to control that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to be able to like stop in the moment and not get worked up, and just like understand that it doesn't always have to be a fight. And that's where I personally fail. So when TJ says things to me that he has been maybe sitting on for a while, and I don't like the way he says it, and then I know that he's been sitting on it for a while, I get upset and I'm just kind of ready to go off. And that's not really how he works, you know? And I mean, that's not how anybody should work. Like, it's not healthy to get those like angry conversations going where you're saying things that you don't mean, and that's just never productive. So that being said, that's kind of what I need to work on, is just controlling my temper and making sure that I'm not saying things that then I'll regret later. Because when you're in love with somebody, even though they could be your closest target, you know, it's just not, that's not the person that you want to take your anger out on. Like, yes, they are an easy target. Yes, they are right there. However, like, I don't want to be mean to him. I love him. And so that's something that I'm going to work on myself, is just controlling my temper and really working on communicating more effectively when I'm angry. I think that when I'm not angry, I can communicate crazy effective, but put a little of that anger in me and it's just not effective. That being said, I obviously cannot speak for TJ, but I can give you my opinion on, you know, what he needs to work on and what he and I have talked about together as far as what he needs to work on. And that is just that he's very codependent on me. I think that, you know, he just loves me and he just loves being around me. And I've actually never really felt someone's love as authentic as his. And so even though I do love being around him, and even though I do really love him being by my side, I have a lot going on in my life. You know, there's a lot, from buying new businesses to switching platforms to growing just enormously. And there's just been a lot of change. And not to mention, you know, I'm dealing with some personal things too, deaths, you know, a lot of deaths really close together and really traumatic deaths. And just, you know, some personal things. And so sometimes I crave alone time and I need space from him. And I'm not really great at telling him that because I don't want to hurt his feelings. And so something that he needs to work on is just being okay without me. Like not having to plan his day around me, being able to go hang out with friends and family without me, and just really establishing our space. Because ever since I moved here with him, we literally have been together 24/7. And as much as that sounds amazing, you know, it isn't. Like, everybody needs their space. We need time to miss each other and appreciate what we have. And we weren't giving each other that. And, you know, I don't want to speak for him. Like, he can speak for himself. But in my opinion, he was overly, like, I don't want to say that because he's not like a clingy boyfriend. I don't want you guys to think that. Like, I love his affection. It's just about me having me time to reflect, me time to marinate on information, me time to meditate, me time to work and really focus on what I'm doing for me, and not necessarily always having to include TJ in that. I think it's really important to have two separate lives when you're together, but then to be able to come and like bring those lives together. But it's always important to have like a separate you and that other person, you and your partner, like have different hobbies, have different friends. Everything doesn't have to be so locked in and together, because I think that that really does, you know, it almost makes you lose your identity. I still want to be Kristen and he still wants to be TJ, you know, and when we're together, we're T and K every day. So that's kind of what's going on right now. No, you guys, we're not fighting. We're not, you know, we're talking every day. He was here last night, spending time. We just got a puppy together and he's, you know, been helpful. We're not living together and we're not together right now. I don't know what the future holds for us. And, you know, I'm really open to whatever happens. I think that we both understand that we need time and space. I will say I don't agree with a breakup, you know. That was not my decision. That was his decision. And although I understand what he's saying, and although I completely respect that he does need to be able to get away from me to better himself and to kind of, you know, just get used to not being around me all the time. And so that, like, as much as I respect it, it does hurt. Because I feel like we can be together. You know, I feel like that can still be my boyfriend. I can still be his girlfriend. I feel like we could have worked on this as a team and he chose not to. And so that, you know, triggers a little bit of abandonment issues for me. So once again, just to make it really clear, those abandonment issues are not his fault. I don't want anybody to misconstrue this and think like, oh, he abandoned her and she's going through so much. Like, no, you know, it's really important to make sure that you yourself are healthy. You yourself are in a good place so that you can go and love your partner to the full extent. TJ told me that right now, you know, he has to find himself again and he has to find his identity again by himself, and that's okay. I just wish that we could still be a couple while we take that space, and that's where my feelings are hurt. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's it, you guys. There is no big drama to tell you about. Yes, we got into an argument. Yes, he left. Yes, we broke up. We're in a pretty good place right now. Like I said, we've been talking daily. It's been calm, cool, collected. I've been in therapy for a couple sessions since then, and it's been super helpful. He's been able to really go to his family members, which is really awesome. You know, he's got a really great brother and an uncle that's so supportive of him, and his mom, and, you know, just his sister. And, like, he needs to spend time with those people, and that's okay. So, with that being said, you know, I don't feel like I need to keep it a secret from our true supporters, just because there's people out there that claim to not like us, but that are steady following us. And I'm gonna just keep it pushing, keep it honest with you guys, and let the haters hate, because, like, what else do they do? So, yeah, I mean, send good vibes. I want you guys to know that, like, I'm okay. Like, we're okay. We're both okay, you know? We do have each other as a support system. So the good news is there's no, like, you know, there's no animosity. There's no drama. There's no worry. You know, there's hurt feelings, and that's about it. So, like I said before, I'm not sure what the future holds. This channel is still going to be up and getting uploaded, whether that be me or him. It's both of our platform, and that's how it's going to be. So yeah, I mean, thank you guys for sticking through it and supporting us. And, like, I just love you guys so much. I just love you guys so much. Stay tuned, because Parker is home, and we have been going on adventures and doing fun stuff. His service dog training is going really well, and we're gonna dive more into that, and that'll be on the YouTube channel as well, so that's super exciting. He's sleeping on my feet right now, and then I think my princess is on the bed. You guys can't see her, it's kind of dark in here, but anyways, T&K crew, that's really all I have for you today. Feel free to DM me, comment below for questions. And if you guys have questions for TJ too, like, send those to him, because we definitely will be uploading, like I said. So we love you, and thanks for watching. Make sure before you leave to like this video, leave some comments. Like I said, any questions, we're open. And if you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, because it's getting real interesting. We're gonna have a lot of good content, and mostly just keep you up with our lives. So yeah, make sure that if you're not a part of the T&K crew, to hit subscribe right now, become a part of it, and also make sure that you ring the bell so that you are notified every time that we drop a channel. Notified every time that we drop a video on the channel. All right, y'all, thanks so much, and till next time, peace.
Baby girl, when I look into your eyes, I can't help but get to thinking that you fell right from the sky. Girl, you got me tied. Your personality and thighs, I see you about your bread. I need a shawty with some drive. Listen here, I promise give you everything you need. A gentleman in person and a dog up in them sheets. I'ma motivate you, girl, when your head is looking down. We done came all this way, you can't give up on me now. It's a fight. Ain't no one said this shit was gonna be easy. Anxiety's a big